Stalin was at first cautiously interested in the plan and felt that the USSR would be able to dictate the terms of the aid. He sent Foreign Minister Molotov to Paris to meet with Bevin and Bidault. However, both the British and the French were not genuinely interested in Soviet participation, and they presented Molotov with the conditions that the Soviets could never accept. Most important condition was that every country to join the plan would need to have its economic situation independently assessed. Any aid be accompanied by the creation of a unified European economy. They knew that the Soviets would not agree to these conditions. Molotov left Paris, rejecting the plan. On July 12th, a larger meeting was convened in Paris with every country of Europe, with the exceptions of Spain, Andorra, San Marino, Monaco, and Liechtenstein, invited. Stalin saw the plan as a significant threat to Soviet control of Eastern Europe and believed that economic integration with the West would allow these countries to escape Soviet domination. Czechoslovakia and Poland agreed to attend, but later declined to attend after Stalin talked to them. The other Eastern European states immediately rejected the offer, and Finland also declined in order to avoid antagonizing the Soviets. 16 nations met in Paris to determine what form the American aid would take and how it would be divided. Each nation had its own concerns. France's main concern was that they did not want Germany to be rebuilt to its previous threatening power. Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg felt their prosperity depended on the revival of the German economy. So, of course, these two concerns contradicted each other. Scandinavian nations insisted that their long-standing trading relationships with the Eastern Bloc not be disrupted and that their neutrality not be infringed. Britain insisted on special status, concerned that if they were treated equally with the devastated continental powers, it would receive virtually no aid. Americans pushed the importance of free trade and European unity to form a bulwark against communism. Agreement was eventually reached, and the Europeans sent a reconstruction plan to Washington. They asked for $22 billion in aid. Truman cut this to $17 billion in the bill he presented to Congress. The plan met sharp opposition in Congress, mostly from the isolationists who were weary of massive government spending. Prominent men who opposed the plan included Robert A. Taft and Henry A. Wallace. The opposition was greatly reduced by the shock of the overthrow of the democratic government of Czechoslovakia in February 1948. Soon after, a bill granting an initial $5 billion passed Congress with strong bipartisan support. Congress would eventually donate $12.4 billion in aid over 4 years of the plan. Truman signed the Marshall Plan into law on April 3, 1948, establishing the Economic Cooperation Administration, or ECA, to administer the program. In the same year, the participating countries, Austria, Belgium, Denmark, France, West Germany, Great Britain, Greece, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, and the United States, signed an accord establishing a master coordinating agency, the Organization for European Economic Cooperation, later called the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD. We can see where much of the Marshall Plan money went. A great deal of it to Great Britain, quite a bit to France, and to Germany. The Marshall Plan ended in 1951. Any effort to extend it was halted by the growing costs of the Korean War and rearmament. Republicans hostile to the plan had also gained seats in the 1950 congressional election. Now I would like you to go on and watch the Cold War video explained in 9 minutes, as well as the Prager University video on the Korean War. Make sure that you read Chapter 2, and I would suggest that you take the extra credit quiz. It's only 10 true-false questions, and it could really bring up your grades in this course. If you have not done well on an assignment or you have missed an assignment, assignment, it is worth up to 50 extra points. If you get one wrong, those points are not counted against you. You just don't get those points added to your 1,000 point total. So you can get anywhere from 5 to 50 points by taking the quiz over Chapter 2. Remember that it's open book, so you can use your book as you're taking that quiz. And make sure that with your discussion forum that you do both the initial post and you respond to a classmate. Also, make sure that you are not answering the same way as everybody else. I gave 3 choices for questions this time. If you see that many people have chosen one question, be the student to choose the other question so that you can write on something else and I'm not just reading the same words rewritten. All right. I hope you guys have a great week and weekend and that you're able to complete your assignments.